Congressman James Comer, chair of the House Oversight Committee, joins me now. Congressman, I just want you to clear this up for a moment. Was the Secret Service responsible for securing that rooftop?
Absolutely. The Secret Service is responsible for securing the entire perimeter. I think the Secret Service director would admit to that. So we've got a lot of questions that every American has that we hope to be able to ask the director on Monday. And then hopefully she'll give us some transparency. And by then, she'll be able to answer all the questions as to what went wrong. But I don't think there's any question. Anyone who's in the security business, anyone who's been in the military, anyone who's been in law enforcement, they're all appalled that someone could climb that roof and be noticed and stay on that roof for so long without anyone doing anything about it, with the President of the United States speaking just 150 yards from there.
Congressman, Special Counsel Jack Smith is going to appeal the judge's dismissal of Trump's classified documents case. Am I right? Does that mean the whole trial is going to be delayed and Biden's lawfare strategy has failed?
Biden's lawfare strategy has failed. Their effort to try to keep Donald Trump tied up in court, to try to keep Donald Trump's campaign funds from being used in defending him in legal fees, as opposed to doing TV ads and normal campaign expenses. All of that has failed. The strategy of trying to create a false narrative that Donald Trump is somehow a crook, that has all failed. That has backfired miserably in the face of the Biden campaign and the Democrat National Committee. Now they're faced with a really tough decision. They're going to have to decide whether or not they can campaign on the issues. And I think the American people have seen what America looked like on the international scale and domestically in a Trump administration versus what we look like now domestically and on an international scale with a Biden presidency.
Just seems like Trump's on a roll at the moment in all different areas. Mm-hmm. Last word to you.
Yeah, no, Trump's had a great week. I mean, it's a terrible thing that would happen. But I think the American people saw the strength, saw his personality, the resilience, the type of leader he is. They saw leadership, strong leadership. They have not seen that from Joe Biden, not just in the recent few weeks where his health is continuing to decline, but throughout the entire Biden presidency. Donald Trump's a strong leader, and I think that's what America wants.
Congressman James Comer, thanks for being with us. Very good to see you again. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.